Hi, my name is Anun, and today I'm going to be presenting my language and literacy journey. The tire flat can be caused by many logics. Rubbing off a tire against the road, ripping the tire off, driving flat tire can lead to many problems such as accidents or injury. Before driving it, the tire needs to be innovated for safety and driving for long destinations. This metaphor is the best mirror for my language and literacy through my life background and my future. What happens when the tire is flat? It's become useless and worthless. This relates to my childhood, the time there was no hope for me in that village without any schoolings and we were penniless. Time my language and literacy was flat and seemed unable to be operative. What happened after it got fixed? It became more productive and useful. This relates to me after arriving Australia with refugee case, building my language and literacy from ground to up, where I began my journey to structure my education and how crazy journey I took in the past few years in this country. Furthermore, when the tire is good, then it's become useful for persons who own it. Not only metaphor represent my background and what I have achieved in Australia, it also represents my learning through language and literacy, helping to support my family and refugee like me who have no education background or who is struggling to speak English. As a flat tire become more productive after change, you can get far and it can get you where you want to go to reach your destinations. So I becomes useful for my family, especially for my parents and some of my parent related who have no education background and does not speak any English. Not only I guidance them to their appointments or interpret for them, also help them to readings and explaining any kind of letters in their needs. More, I volunteer in my teen community to serve and support young children who need extra hands. This is the reason why I want to become teacher in the first place, helping who in needs, make me happy and proud to do so. When I was born smaller than average. I was believed to have some sort of mental illness. I was not developed and active as a normal child supposed should. Normally, at the age of 1 or 2 years, baby can sit, stand, and ability to grabbing movements, and they can do things that lead to results and don't think intentionally. I was a normal baby. I was completely diverse from all of it. I have some reflex, but was not able to move my head around or consequently remember things. As a child, my developmental such as speaking, seeing things was so delayed. At this point, I was really flat, not gaining any language or literacy through my life of 2 years. I started to develop at the age of 3. That was where I first learned how to sit and pick up small objects with my hands, improve my motor skills. I transitioned from being fed by other towards self-feedings. By the end of 3 years of my life, I can sit independently, can chew and swallow a range of textures. A month later, I spoke my first words. That was the first time in 3 years I used language. As the days and months went by, I was more confident with my strengths and I started to walk. As I turned 4, I became more active and steadier. I began to speak more verbally and start to improve my symbolic thought and language, as well as I am developing and growing in physically and mentally. At this stage, I was taught more how to speak, and I remember my mom was saying to me at night, but I couldn't remember what songs she was saying to me. That was the first year experience and gaining my basic in language. As I turned 6, I became more productive and I was ready to take some challenge in life. However, we were poor and my parents couldn't afford me to go to school. I still remember standing at my bedroom window looking at the kids wearing school uniforms, and I was just hoping and wondering to wear those uniforms and go to school like they do. Without any education as a child, I lost many opportunities to meet other kids of my age and structure my social skills. I still remember asking my mom, why can't I go to school like my friends? And aggressively screaming at her saying I want to go to school. Life was tough in that times. I gained more physically strength because I started working at the age of 7. I was kind of isolated from my age friends. I was a farm boy, wanted to be a normal kid, but life wasn't giving me what I wanted. My life was like a flat tire. I have no future or goals to achieve in my life. I felt trapped and there was nowhere to go. I have experienced an attempt to find of where it seemingly never exists. More every day, not only my family and other villages live in hunger and starvation, we also need to worry about the possibility that our house might be within the target area of Burmese military. I still remember the times we have to leave our village for the majority case for our well-being and safety. I have witnessed many countless tragedies, including the rape and subsequent burials of live women, the river that ran in blood, with blood. There was no hope for anybody in that village. At the age of 10, we officially left our village and ran to Malaysia illegally through the jungle, in the hope for refugee application available at that time in Malaysia. Out of 1,000 families, we were accepted to come to Australia at the end of 2011. Well, many people are led to believe that refugee comes to Australia merely because of economic gain, which is true, but in the majority cases, we come here for a better life and have education that we all dreams in our broken country. I started my schooling in high schools, and it was difficult. Not only it was a new environment for me, also how the system ran, which I couldn't follow in my first and second year at high school in here. I was lost and lonely. I skipped my school whenever chance I get. However, it was here where I read my first book and began to learn my English language, which is my third language. I developed more language and literacy through my classes and focused on my vocabulary and my writing skills. At home, we traditionally not using any language. School is the only place I contribute and foundation my English language. Through my years in high school, I achieved many things. I learned how to write, read, spellings, as well as my social skills, social literacy skill that helped me to sport and helped me to make a friend. One lead to another, my English language surprisingly improved. Help from my friends and teacher made me think I can do more. This motivated me to try harder, and nothing led to another. Here I'm in university. I'm the fifth born in my family. I am to be the first one of not only my immediate family but the first generation Australia of my extended family to attend university. I have been working hard towards this goal for the last 2 or 3 years. There are many areas that I need to improve, such as my grammar, vocabulary, writing skill, and social skill, and more. As I analyze all my lagging area, I hope to improve this by doing some more readings to increase my brain power, develop my language and listening skills. Moreover, by completing weekly BKSB modules will help me to increase my grammar and punctuations as well as reading skills. In conclusion, I will continually be working on this area and repair my tire. By the end of the term, I have to increase my language and literary skills so I can go far and reach my destinations that I dreams. Thank you.